Hello humans, I'm Annalisa, and I decided to start a new segment that will feed my coffee obsession and call it Hey Home Barista, and each one will have a little bit different of a topic. Right now I'm going to do my favorite one, which is how to make an at-home pour-over. So I have my water boiling, which you need for a pour-over. So for those of you who don't know what that is, it's a brew method that uses a cone filter and like a kettle, in which you actually do the water portion of the brewing. No, okay, the sun hasn't come out all day. Now it's deciding to change my lighting. So this is a really easy way to make a 1 cup brew for yourself in the morning, and it's also for those of us who are nerds, coffee lovers. It just creates it's a way to get perfect extraction, to make sure that there's not too high bitter or sour pulls going on, and it'll make you the best cup of coffee you'll ever have probably. So I am going to get started with our measurements. So the first thing we're going to do is going to take our little cup. I like the little lip on him because it's easy to pour into the Chemex with the wet filter and kind of shake evenly. So we're gonna zero out our scale at 0 on here. This is a simple little bamboo food scale that I got for like $8 at Walmart. I'm gonna be brewing some Kickapoo Ethiopia Shelbessa, which is an organic single origin from the company that I work for. All right, we can set this to the side. The next thing we're going to do is we are going to put the filter in the Chemex. So you're gonna part the filter where it's in 4, so you have 3 sides on one and then 1 open to the cone. You're gonna place it in the Chemex, and I'm gonna go get my kettle. So we're gonna wet the filter because paper tends to have surface area dust and will actually give your coffee a bit of that nasty flavor. This is also a good way to get some hot water into the glass base of whatever you're brewing into. It's known as prepping the cup so that when the coffee hits it, the temperature doesn't shock it. So we've got our filter in here. Next, we are gonna pour our grounds in. So all 25 of those grounds, 25 grams of grounds, and shake it so that it has an even surface on top. Zero it out again. So the first thing we're gonna let happen here is we're gonna let it bloom, which we're gonna put 50 grams of water in here, evenly extracted, and let these aromatic properties release in the form of CO2 bubbles, which is what you'll be able to see. So this, when you see this, if you do your own at-home pour-overs, is where these flavors are being activated and there's being oils released and there's chemical action going on in here that will eventually create this balanced, extracted flavor for you. So you let that sit for about 25-30 seconds. You can watch the grounds settle a little bit. This is a good indicator for me to know where my point of extraction is. This is pretty centered right here in the middle. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my next 100 grams. My goal is 400 grams. So 400 grams in liquid is 12 ounces, and your average morning cup of coffee is about 12 ounces. So that's the recipe we're gonna be doing. So we're gonna keep doing this process, kind of keep the edges always circulating, go through the middle, make sure that all the grounds get in contact with the water that's moving it around and keeping the extraction flowing. So this on top, what you're seeing, this film that you have right here, is called crema, and the crema is the CO2 being released from the coffee that we have in here.
The crema holds a lot of flavor. The crema is a really big indicator of the quality of a bean, the age of a bean, the roast. Also, get you a scale that's better than the one that I have that doesn't zero out every 3 minutes. So I think we had about 100 grams to go. So we'll do like 70. So what we're waiting on now is for the rest of the coffee to extract, to pull all the way through, and we're gonna check the grounds. And the bottom of the grounds where you have pulled will be these little like mountain rangey lumps of muddy, glossy ground all pulled to the bottom. And that is another good indicator and a good way to improve your own like brewing is to check and see how even it is. You can see the whole point of extraction. If you were over extracting one area, water is going to take the point of least resistance and pull through there. So this is what I mean. You can kind of see the grounds, you can see the level, how they're muddy, not muddy, but like how they're glossy on top and relatively flat. It's a pretty good flatbed. The next thing I do after I see that all of the moisture has been pulled out of the grounds and you can watch it start dripping slower and slower is you just take out your filter and just throw it away or compost it or whatever. And this serves as your coffee pot now. This is your pitcher as well. All right, and that is, like I said, about 12 ounces of coffee. This is your morning cup of coffee. That's your recipe. I know it seems like a lot, but for me, it's like this little morning, like meditative 5 minutes that I get just to like focus on something so seemingly mundane. That's like mindless little work. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Tell me your little coffee cup updates and how it's working out for you. If you have any questions about gear, let me know. I can steer you in the right direction with website links or anything like that. And have a great day. Stay tuned.